Hey guys, Leslie here. I hope you are having a wonderful fall season. Thanksgiving is always such a wonderful time to pause, slow down, and focus on all the wonderful blessings God has placed around us in our lives. We started this series with a core key to being happy, to finding joy, gratitude. The second week, we explored the foundation in which that key, that joy, is built on. And this week, I want to explore how we can hold steadfast to the Lord and to that joy when we walk through the darker times in life. I started writing this and figured out really quick that there's a lot of great information. And this message got really long, really quick. So, with that said, I'm going to break it up and hopefully be able to capture some of the great meat in it over this week and next week's mini messages. I'm sure most of you are familiar with Psalms 23. If you are not, this is a chapter in Psalms that is commonly read at funerals and times in life when we cannot control the darkness we have to walk through. Sometimes that darkness can be caused by our own decisions or actions. Other times it is caused by external situations we cannot control. And Psalms 23 can help us learn how to walk through those times. So let's get started with a little background. David, as in King David, is accredited with writing this psalm. At one point in David's younger years, he was a shepherd, herding his father's sheep in Bethlehem. He is a trained, experienced caregiver for the sheep and is acquainted with the needs and dangers the flock could experience in that day and in that area of the world. So now that we have a little history on David's experience and where the wording comes from, let's look at this chapter much more in depth. In the New Testament, Jesus is referred to as the Good Shepherd. You'll find this in John and in Hebrews. Matthew would even reference the Old Testament, where prophecy of Jesus was also referred to as the Good Shepherd. Keep in mind that Psalms is in the Old Testament and that the Old Testament was completed around 400 years prior to beginning of the New Testament. Psalms 23 is not that long, only 6 verses, but it is packed with wisdom. Verse 1, the Lord is my shepherd, I shall not want. The Lord is our shepherd, and we have no need to want. A good shepherd cares for both the needs and wants of his sheep. And per a psychology class and a business class I have taken, there are 4 basic needs we all have. I am paraphrasing and I only have time to hit a couple today. To feel peace, meaning feeling safe, to feel protected from danger, being in a state where one can comfortably rest without being in fear. And this can be found in the next 2 verses. He maketh me lie down in green pastures. He leadeth me beside the still waters. He restoreth my soul. He leadeth me in the paths of righteousness for his name's sake. Firstly, the Lord is our shepherd, and we have no need to want. Remember, a good shepherd cares for both the needs and wants of his sheep. He is going to protect them, feed them, and help them enjoy a peaceful rest at night. Sheep find their best rest when laying down in a green pasture. He makes me lay down in green pastures where they can graze unhindered. Where it states, the shepherd restores the soul, literally means he causes my life to return, or he quickened my life. This restoration is a result of the cooling water and the green meadows where the sheep can lay down and rest. Let's look at Matthew 11:28. Come to me, all you who are weary and burdened, and I will give you rest. The next need is the need to belong, feeling part of something bigger, community, family, and friends. Let's look at verse 4. Yea, though I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I will fear no evil, for thou art with me. Thy rod and thy staff comfort me. This is one of the most famous quoted verses, and it refers to those times when the path toward the field and the refreshing water is dark or dangerous. It may be a place where wild beasts lurk, or the light is dim and the path is dark. There's an area in Israel above Jericho, in the heart of the wilderness, where sheep and goats can be seen walking across steep mountains. In the deep gorge below, there is a stream of water in a plush area with date trees. At a certain time of day, the sun casts shadows into the valley below, creating a valley of shadows. This verse also makes it very clear that we are not alone. Even when we are walking through shadows, darkness, uncertainty, doubt, hear this: we are not alone. Even when we walk through death, we are not alone. This is a common theme throughout the Bible, that even in our loneliest moments, the Lord is with us. So, how is the rod and staff comforting to us? In the old days, shepherds would carry both a rod and a staff. The rod is a short-handled wooden stick, and the staff is a wooden stick slightly taller than the shepherd. If a sheep was to stray too far from the shepherd would throw the small rod past the animal to frighten it so it would run back to the flock. And if a dangerous animal came near, the shepherd would throw the rod and frighten the dangerous animal off. He would use the staff to steady his steps, but also to shake bushes to ensure no serpents were lurking in the bushes preparing to attack the sheep. The shepherd would also use his staff as an extended arm when reaching out to his sheep, and occasionally he would discipline his sheep by gently tapping on its backside to get its attention. The staff can also have a crook on the top, like a hook for the shepherd to hook the legs of the sheep if they are straying. God will never leave us alone. He will throw sticks, hints, situations to help keep our focus on Him and not to stray from the path that we have other sheep, loved ones, family, friends, church family, to walk through darkness with us. And sometimes we can stray so far that God alone is who is walking with us, because He will leave the flock to find us wherever we may roam. God will protect us from dangers. There will be times we don't even know the harm He is protecting us from, because He is so good at it. I, for one, could never thank God enough for being my shepherd, for tapping my back, for giving me a little tug to line back under His protection. Pray with me. Dear Lord, thank you so much for being our shepherd. Thank you for leading us, dear Lord. Thank you for being with us through those dark times. Thank you for walking with us through those shadows, dear Lord. Lord, I praise you. I love you. I just pray that you're with every single person who's watching us right now. Anyone who may be walking through those dark shadows, I just pray those dark times that they know that you are present. They know that you will leave the 99 for the one, and that one, Lord, just means so much to you, that each and every single person, each and every one of your children, dear Lord, is invaluable to you. We can't even fathom how important we are to you, and it just blows my mind how much you love us. I can't understand why, but Lord, thank you so much for loving us. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you so much for just inspiring and breathing the words of the Bible into your servants. We love you, Lord, and I praise your name, dear Jesus. Amen. Amen. Thank you so much for joining us today. Tune in next week as we hit on the last 2 basic needs, as well as some more reasons we can be thankful through even the darkest time.